This is nuts. Obviously, we're going to do something a little more substantive on this in the future, but for now, because it's kind of in the media cycle, I suppose, I'm just going to tell you what happened from my perspective. For the last, month or so, I thought that I was being stalked. I don't really know because I don't spend enough time at my house to know if I'm being stalked or not. I do spend a lot of time, traveling around this great brown land of ours, and so I'm rarely ever at home. What happened every couple of weeks when I actually do go through the front door of my house, there was some guy shutting the door immediately on his car as soon as I got out of mine. So it was kind of just this almost synchronistic. And then I just walk, when you're kind of chasing a duck at your local park and it does that like, that was me. That was me going into my own house because I could feel that someone was coming up behind me. And I just thought like, oh my God, this is how whatever that chick's name from Kill Bill is felt. That's what I thought I'd made it, I thought I'd made it. And so I'm closing the door and then immediately after you'd hear the most aggressive thud. Way more aggressive than the Amazon guy that wants to go to his next destination because he paid by the parcel, yeah? It was like, that was a money thud right there. And so I obviously didn't answer the door because I'm not an idiot. And instead, every time I'd just be like, I can't hear you, I'm in the bath, which is weird. I don't know why I didn't do that. I mean, I do have a baseball bat under my bed that I always thought, yeah, if anybody ever tries to murder me, pow, I'll just slog them straight out of the park, But actually what happens when I do that is I just turn on the bath and be like, I can't hear you. God, please, I'm stubble. I don't know why. I don't know why that's my response. But anyway, so that's what happens when I'm threatened. For some reason, I'm just like, no! I'm vulnerable. So that was like my experience of being at home. So I just started spending more and more time in my office. And this was even before the coronation stuff. So I was like, yeah, it's obviously not the gangsters at this point. So I just didn't know what was going on. Why there was just very heavy sounding boots following me. You know what it was? At some point my lawyer rang up and said, you have been served. And I said, for what? To which he said, Clubs New South Wales is trying to find you in contempt of court. They did this by bringing out an ex parte application for contempt of court. Now, for anybody who doesn't know Latin, ex parte means that I had a contempt of court application heard in court without my knowledge. Obviously, I didn't even know that they were coming out to bring it even after that was successfully granted to them. I didn't know any of that. My lawyers didn't know about it. No one knew about it except Clubs New South Wales lawyers and the judge. I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know that was possible, let alone actually not knowing it was going to happen. And you know why I didn't know it wasn't going to happen? Because they put a suppression order on it. Meaning that if the press talked about it, the person that talked about it would go to jail. It was actually illegal for me to discuss it to anyone. My girlfriend, the people I work with, my grandma. I had to leave old granny out of it. No one got to know about this except me and my lawyers. I thought that level of suppression would be reserved for people that are being tried for terrorism. But this is just a private entity that we apparently pissed off. This is not the government prosecuting us. This is a private entity saying that we are such a threat that no one is allowed to know about this suppression order except for me and my lawyer, and that's it. That's how much of a threat we are. And here's why they think that we're such a threat, because a couple of months ago, Christo came up to me and was just like, dude, Troy Stolz is about to die. He really wants to get off his chest his side of the story of A, why he's dying, B, his cause and what he's fighting for. And then I said, yeah, go do that. I've got to go tour and whatever. So he went up, filmed an interview. This is what it is. This is the level that we are at here. This is the control that Clubs New South Wales have. I know that a lot of people out there are going to say, well, what did you think it was the gambling industry? You didn't think they were that powerful. No way. I didn't think they're that powerful. I bet you even Clubs New South Wales are in the court hearings just being like, I didn't know we were this powerful. This is extreme levels of power that they have. They're up there with like John Howard in the early 2000s with his sedition laws, you know? Like, this is the level of power that they have. And it was all over Christo just going up, asking Troy Stolz, what's your side of the story? And that is such a crime that it needs to have the level of silence around it that you would put to someone like, I don't know, Witness J or some shit, like something to do with like national secrets. This is not a fucking national secret. This is a man saying, I'm pretty sure that money is getting laundered by illegal criminal groups through pokies. I'm sorry, but we're like, I thought, you know, the law at its core was supposed to be about balance. You know, like, isn't the scale supposed to be that? Like, surely the scale at this point is going, Meh. This is at the same time that the Crime Commission is doing an inquiry into money laundering through pokies machines, as Champion of the People Justin Field pointed out.
Are you aware that just today it's been made public, because the suppression order's not been made by a court today, that Clubs New South Wales are bringing criminal contempt proceedings against Mr. Stolz for making this information about low levels of compliance with anti-money laundering and organised crime obligations by clubs in New South Wales into the public arena? Are you aware of that?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
It seems like a really strange approach for Clubs New South Wales to take when there's literally a Crime Commission investigation into these very issues at the moment.
And that's something you'd have to take up with Clubs New South Wales.
Only I can invite them to estimates, Mr. Cannell.
I know, and I don't think it's appropriate for me to comment on their
Sure, but you can understand why I tried.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair.
You think that'd be at the top of Clubs New South Wales's concerns, but no. What they absolutely cannot allow to be seen by the public is a man who is dying, who just wants to say his piece on the matter so that he can rest in peace. And me? What the f***? I wasn't even f***ing there. I don't even think I was in the f***ing state at the time. Charge Christo. He's the one that did the f***ing interview. What is it with all of these people that are always taking us to court getting the wrong f***ing man? Look. Look. Even when we're deliberately trying to dress each other the same, do we look any... We're not similar at all. We don't look like f***ing twins. How are you keep messing this up? What is wrong with you people? All right, fine. Look at this. Look at this. All right, look, it's Friendly Christos at the moment. Just sign us out.
This reminds me of that Simpsons episode where Homer eats the donut and clubs prosecute him for contempt. That's a good one.
Now say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We'll use the legal fund, so you don't need any more money, Jordan. So it's okay. We'll use the legal fund that we already have. We're not RV Yemeni. And maybe give us Patreon, though, so we can, make more videos that, aren't in contempt, but, hold truth to... What are the words? I can't do it. Your job's too hard.
Yeah, hold truth to power. Look, the whole point is that we are going to be using... We're not going to be asking you for money for this. We've already got the court fees, so thank you very much for that fund, because we'll just be using that. However, Patreon is always liked so that we can pay everybody's wages. And can you just give us a couple of bucks on that? Anyway, we'll see you next time. More to come.
Also, Troy Stolz' Patreon. He's got a legal fund or something. Donate to that. He's going to need it.
Well, you can donate to both. That's fine.
Your job's hard.
Please share and comment below. Comment.